and gentlemen, man, long time coming. We first met this brother. I worked with this man on set, man, and I was like, we both like, bro, that's a nice suit. He's like, hey, man, I dig it, bro. But like I said, we got to do this right here because this family right here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, actor, stuntman, writer, future action star that's gonna come to your living streams, right, man? I'm telling you, I'm proud of this brother, man. Ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen,
sir.
round of applause for Jamal Dennis. Come on, man.
I love that introduction. I
Man,
love it.
Why ain't he giving Sean Tucker half of his money, right?
Yeah.
man,
I tell you what,
man,
doing it.
dude. Bro? What is up, family? What's up, man? I'm happy for you, man. What's going down, bro?
Man, I'm happy for y'all too. I see you guys. I see what y'all been doing. It's y'all are blessed.
Man,
You took the time to. You guys are doing what most people are talking about doing, and you kept at it. You never stopped. What I mean? That's why I was like, I gotta make it happen. Every time we tried to link up, I was like, I'm filming again. It was like, bam, 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 bam. It just kept. I was like, oh, you gonna think I'm
yeah,
flaking? Yeah, but yeah. So I'm proud of y'all. If nobody else says that, like, I want y'all to know that. Keep pushing.
Appreciate
Especially in
that.
this industry we're in. Um, a lot of things are uncertain, and the only way to be to the only way to keep to win is to keep pushing, is to never quit. You
yeah.
know what I mean? And I had to learn that the hard way,
Hmm.
but it's a blessing to still be in it. I stopped for a little while. Now I'm back. I stopped in 2014. So
Yeah,
I'm happy to be in it. So things are great. Things are great. You
So
know.
man.
we definitely appreciate you joining us. Anyone that comes on, we always say it's like talking to your cousins. Come on, have a good talk with your kinfolk. We just here to have a good time and get to know more about you.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
man. Cuz, let's go ahead and talk, bro. Cause like I said, but I'm just like, and thank you as well for acknowledging us as we, not like we said, real recognize real, man. Game recognize game, kid, folks. So I'm
Yeah.
just happy to have this dude on here, man. So I appreciate it, bro. So let's go ahead and break it down, man. So we know, but let the audience know where are you originally from and what do you like so much about your hometown?
Ooh, I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. Who that?
Yeah,
Home of the Saints, of course.
yeah, yeah,
What do I like about New Orleans? I love everything about New Orleans. I love the culture. I love the people. Of course, the food is great. The heat, not so much, but I'm actually here right now. So when you're coming from LA to home in the summertime, you're like, man, I don't know. I need to go back. You go outside for a run, man. That heat hit you different. If you get outside after like 7:30 a.m., you
yeah.
cooked. You cooked. You might as well turn around.
Yeah, that's something that H Town in Louisiana um share, man. That weather, boy, struggle weather, boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I love it here, man. I mean, this place made me into the man that I am. It made me to the artist that I am. You
Yeah,
know, I learned how to play music here, play a bunch of instruments. Started in theater and in my church, and then did community theater and things like that. So like this city teaches you definitely, if you're an artist, you can hone your skills here. We got a lot of talent out of here. Some known, some up and coming, some just unknown yet, but it's a lot of people. We got some freaking we got some beasts out here, just like
yeah,
y'all do in Texas, in Houston. Excuse me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
so you kind of briefly mentioned it, touched on it. Well, going back to, we already talking about your origins, your hometown. Tell us, like, where did you first find that love for acting? When did you catch that bug?
Man, in church, it's funny enough. I was young. I think I was like 12 years old, 10 or 11, and I was in the youth choir, and we did a play, and I wanted to be in the play. It was like we would do. It was a musical and a play. It was cool. So we sang a couple songs, then the play would start. Then a few more songs, the play would resume. And I was like, yo, I want to do that, right? And so then I just it kind of snowballed into, actually fast forward to college, and one of my cousins was in film school. They had, like, that's when the industry was just moving down here, and they were doing, little film programs. And she was like, "Yo, you should audition for this student project we're doing." And like I was at Southern, I was in college at Southern, and I remember I drove from Baton Rouge to New Orleans for like 6 or 7 days. No, 2 weeks. And I mean, it's college. I had no money. I was putting like $8 in my gas tank to get home and back. But I loved it. I was like, man, this is what I want to do forever right here. And that was it, man. That was it. I just was like, yo, I got to do it. And I went full throttle.
Yeah, man. Gotcha, man. Wait, go back real quick. I'm sorry. You said that you did music as well too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, trumpet, French horn, mellophone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Multi-talented.
Yeah. I draw. I'm an artist. I draw, sculpt. I was in gifted and talented arts programs since 6th grade, and started playing music in the 7th grade, and just kept going.
Man, yeah, like you said, man, he multi-talented, man. I ain't know that about your brother. That boy out there getting on the trumpet and everything. So that's dope. And I'm glad you brought that music up, but we'll talk about that music a little bit later on about a certain project that you was in. We'll tie it all into one. Who is it that, caught your eye that, that you admire, that inspired you to start doing stunts and, fighting and karate and everything else? Who inspired you?
Ooh, to start? Oh man.
Yeah.
Ty Mac, The Last Dragon, him and Show Enough, hands down.
Show enough.
Show Enough, yeah. That was it. That was it, man. Like, I was always into it with Bruce Lee and everybody, and Shaw Brothers films and the Wu-Tang films. But when I saw black men on screen fighting, that was it. I'm talking about. We had the VHS. I'm even telling my age. We had the VHS, and I just over and over went to where I knew the fight scenes. Like I was like, yo, Dad, I want to do that. I told my dad I want to do that on TV. He put me in karate, and then that was it. Then I was like, oh shoot, this is fun, And that was my sport. That was my sport, and I realized it. That's what got me in it.
Okay.
Got me into it.
We did see a photo of you on social media. I think you had an afro on some nunchucks. Was that inspired by that, or let's say they even did a remake? Who would you play if they did a remake of The Last Dragon?
I play Show Enough. So funny story about that. They were talking about doing the remake in 2008 or 9. And I tracked down the producers. I went to their office. Like the day they announced it, I went to their office, and like I don't know, I went to the office, tried to get in touch with them, and like how God worked it out. I didn't get in to meet with him that day, but I was at a party talking to somebody about it, and this cat was like, "Yo, you do karate?" He's like, "Somebody just asked me if they were looking to cast somebody." Dude gave him this guy's info. Didn't tell me what project. He didn't know. I called, and it was the producer for the remake, Barry Gordy's son. And so he and I were like talking back and forth for like a while. They just couldn't get script approval at the time, so I don't know what's gonna happen with it. But yeah, I'd love to play Show Enough. Of course I'd be Bruce Lee or whoever, but the bad guy is more fun, and I don't play a lot of bad guy roles. You know what I mean? James, the last one we worked on, I was a bad guy, that's why it was fun. The gold teeth and everything, it was fun.
Man. Shout out to Kobe Rich, man. That was fun, man. I love seeing my brother in that role, man.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Shout out to Kobe, man. Kobe's a great guy.
Oh yeah. We definitely gotta get him on the show too.
I gotta jump ahead. It's a question that relates to this right here. So it's a battle royale happening, right? Who wins this battle royale? Show Enough, Black Dynamite, Dragonfly Jones, or Bruce Lee?
So is this in the film world or is this in real life?
In the film world.
Show Enough. No disrespect to Black Dynamite, right? No disrespect. No Sensei Michael J. I do not. I know it. That's why I answered real life. That's why I answered real life. Because one of the styles I train, Sensei Michael J. He teaches over there. He comes and teaches us. So like, I've been kicked and punched by some of the best, and I was holding the pad for him one day. He was explaining stuff, and he probably put 40% in. He's talking. He's like, "Yeah, we kick," and I was like, "Them nigga got power." Usually, like I'd be like, "Man, I could take a punch, I could take a kick." I was like, "I don't want to take no kick from him." Right? That's one only him and our Shihan, which is the sensei, the head. That's the only two people I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna ever. So no disrespect, but in the movie world, just because Show Enough was that guy back then, he was just that. He was hood, and he knew martial arts.
Since say Michael Job,
Yeah,
if he sees it,
no disrespect.
yo, yo, man. But nah, dude, that is hilarious, bro. Like you said, hey, bow down, kiss my Converse. It's
Yeah.
hey,
Yo, one of the best lines, man. One of the
I got
best
some
lines in movie history.
got something real for your ass. These hands, Leroy.
Bullets with his teeth, nigga, please. Nigga, please. Well, I studied. When I tell you, I studied him word for word, man. The character thoughts that was going on in this dude's mind for each monologue, each line, man, this dude was freaking amazing. Rest in peace to him as well.
Yeah,
Rest in
yeah,
peace. But that dude was a brilliant actor.
yeah. That's the thing too. People don't know it's about him. He actually is a brilliant actor. Not besides that, from what they see, yeah,
Yeah,
folks, do y'all research. Trust me, to do
yeah.
that, man,
He's a
man.
man.
Yes, indeed.
That was enough.
What? Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
Julius Carey. Shout out to him, man. Shout out Julius Carey. He's it's a lot of shows and films. I was like, that's showing up right when I was a kid. Yeah.
No, I would say no. So what's one of your? I mean, I know you have so many stories. Like that's a cool story too that you shared about Michael Job. But what's another one of your personal favorite stories from on set that you experienced or you witnessed?
Watching Ryan Coogler work on Sinners. We were presenting him one of the fights, and you work with a bunch of directors all the time. You see everybody work, and I want to direct. I'm always watching the directors now. We're doing the fight scene, and he's like, "Yo, do it at 5% pace, speed, like as slow as possible." And you can see his eyes shift. It's like, with acting, when you get in the character, he did it as a director. I've never seen that. It was like literally a switch went off, and he's walking between us as we're doing the fight scene, literally as he's the camera. But it's just him. He's like walking, had us do it again, and he's just, okay, I got it. He snaps out of it. And he's like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this, boom, boom, boom. So we shoot it, right? This is the crazy part. It's this is the vampire scene. So it's it's a lot of us in there. The whole crew, cast, everybody, stunts. And he's like, hey, everybody come see. Y'all come check this out. This shit's crazy. It's crazy. Like everybody gathers around the monitors. Usually, for those who don't know, most directors do not want you in Video Village watching the monitors. Yeah. He set it up so we all, because he was like, yo, this is fire. And we looked, we saw it. It feels like how we talking. It feels like you are filming with your friends. Yeah. And when he showed us, it was the opening scene when the doors pushed open with the flames. Yeah. It was that scene. And we were like, we all looked at each other like, yo, we about to make history. We knew. But the excitement in his face made us even more excited. And when we get, when with stunts and acting, you do things to hype yourself up or get in the character. With stunts, we hyping each other up, we hitting each other and stuff. He gets in the middle of us, with us. But with acting, if you're doing push-ups, he's going to get down there with you. Whatever you need to be your best self, that brother's going to give it to you.
Yeah. Man, dude, I know that's epic. We're gonna dig more into the Sinners talk as well too, because I'm like, I want to hear more about your time on set and everything, bro. But man, that's I know that was goosebumps. And like I said, we definitely gonna dive into some more Sinner talk. But let's go back a little bit more. You was on. I mean, I'm happy to see. Like I said, we worked together.
Mm-hmm.
on on bricks, and then like I said, and uh, Kobe
Right.
Rich, Rod and Dirty, and everything. And it's just cool when you see people, all of us, like progress from where we first started and how we kept going and kept going. I know you say you took a break, but you was also on Emancipation, and then you also not only showed your acting chops on Young and the Restless, but you also showed it on. Let me see, what was it? It was Young and the Restless, and also trying to think, what is it? Oh, New Orleans.
Family
Which one?
business.
Oh, Family. Oh, yeah,
Family
yeah,
Business New Orleans. That's right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So talk about your experience on set on that set, bro.
Family Business.
On both actually.
Oh, both.
Yeah.
Emancipate. Oh, Young and the Restless.
On the
Or
rest of it, yeah.
all right, I'll
Hey,
start.
hey, you know what? Talk about all of them, man. Just talk about all of them.
I'll start with Family Business New Orleans. We shot that in Pasadena, California,
Yeah.
and they did the exteriors in New Orleans. But that set was fun. The direct man, um, Carl Weber, very nice guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know his fate. I didn't see him. I didn't know until I met him. But super humble guy, super
Yeah.
humble, super nice guy. Runs the a tight ship, and but that's a set. Like most sets, you got to be ready to improv because
Mm.
they will change it up on you in the middle of it. They were like, because it was on that one, the scene was much longer. I had right, it was much
Yeah.
longer, and I was actually supposed to play an attorney, and then they switched my role. But they were like, oh, something wasn't. I don't know if something wasn't working, but they were like, so let's just say this, just do that, just do this, and they didn't show it, but I had a stunt. I had the fall, I had the flat back, everything, but they didn't show that. But it was actually an easy set. We
Yeah.
they moved fast. We weren't there all night. Call
Mm.
time like 4 p.m. I think I was out by like 9:30 p.m. or 10. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
Yeah, and that crazy thing is that was a direct booking. That was direct booking. Like my manager called and was like, "Yo, you got an offer." I was like, "Word." So, yeah. So that was a great set. Everybody on set was cool, man. And they're like they'll bring you back. And Young and Restless, that was my second time on YNR. I did YNR years ago. I played an attorney, and then this time I was a fireman. But it's always great to pull up on CBS's lot. They got your name in the space, and it's yeah, that's the best feeling. And we got Bold and Beautiful across the hall. They were filming Squid Games up the Squid Games reality show, like right up the hall. You hear people screaming in the middle, like it's cool. But that set, it was crazy because I was like, "What the hell?" They were like, "They're filming Squid Games. Don't worry about it. Nobody really getting murdered." So yeah, but
Man.
the dressing rooms there, um, you're on the stage, right? It's different. You cross the hall from Bold and Beautiful. They have their own stage. We have a stage because CBS is huge. So
Yeah.
you can, as you get dressed while you're getting ready, they'll tell you that's the tightest production ever run I've ever seen in my life, right?
Mm.
When I tell you, they tell you your call time's at 8, you'll be wrapped by 11 a.m. You're going to be
Mm.
wrapped by 11 a.m. We're going to shoot these 4 scenes from 8 to 10. That's the
Yeah.
4 scenes that are going to be shot, right? But they have televisions in your dressing room, so you can watch them film while they're rehearsing. You can literally watch it live. So I sit there and I run my lines and I just watch them, the masters at work. Soap opera actors do not get enough credit. Why?
Really?
Yes, because man, you'll get your sides, you get the script a week ahead, then 2 days before they'll change it. Oh, these are the updated ones. All right, cool. Then the night before, we updated it again. Now you got all this. You're like, oh shoot, right?
Yeah.
So you see a lot of people rehearsing, and as we're blocking, when blocking for those who don't know is just when you walk, how you
Mm.
move in the scene and where you're going to walk and stand and sit. So they're blocking. They're literally they got this. They got their sides right here. They're like, okay, you want me to move here? You want me to say this? These people most of them learning their lines while they're doing the blocking in rehearsal because have changed them again when you got on set.
Oh wow.
And you see them, I've seen it, I tell you, I've seen it at least 15, 20 times on that show. They're like, okay, these are the new ones. They say their lines. They'll do it twice. They'll do the rehearsal 2 times, maybe 3. If there's a couch there, they throw them behind the couch. Y'all ready to shoot? Yeah, let's shoot. Emotion, everything. Oh, Johnny, why? Cut. Was that good? Okay, word for word, everything.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
See, that's crazy. Thank you for sharing that too. 'Cause like you said, like we never know because we're not there. But you to
Yeah.
be there and witness that, bro. That I know that told you to like pick your game up as well too and come with it and stay ready. So, man,
Mind blowing. It blew my
it
mind.
really,
Yeah.
it really.
Dude, to see them 1-2 takes with 5 to 10 pages of dialogue. Okay, well, hey, you want me to do this? Because I'm saying it's not like 2 pages. This is a
Yeah.
soap. You got 10 pages, 15 pages, and oh, let's not forget about the dramatic pauses.
Oh
I
yeah.
f that up. I f that up. The first two. Yo, they're like, because mine was like straight 2 pages or 3 pages or whatever, and they're like, okay, cut after you say this word right here. After you say this one line, and I'm like, okay, but in my head I was like, well, it's you. I'm used to. I've rehearsed it because it's an ongoing scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the first time they did it, they were like, cut, nope, don't go into the next line, just wait. And yeah, I forget her name. She plays Victor Newman's daughter in the scene with me. She was like, they want to do the dramatic pause, right? They're cool too. Victor and her, they're amazing. But I
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay. So we did it a second time, and I keep going, and she's just staring at me because she's waiting on it. I was like, oh shit, I messed it up, right? So, but I got it the third take on. I knew what it was, but that even takes some getting used to because
Yeah.
it's a different muscle. It's a different way to act when you know, okay, this is my dramatic pause moment. I have to be cognizant of that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah. See, I'm glad you said that too because people think some people like that aren't actors. They like, oh no, acting easy. Like, nah, bro, you gotta understand. Like, there are different acting styles for different TV shows, and that's why people say like, when you, it's a difference when you watch the Chicago Fire or whatever, and then you go to the soap operas and you got the dramatic pauses, and then you got the Tyler Perry's where they like, nah, you gotta do this certain way. Like different styles and things of acting, what they use to they shows, and to the untrained eye, they don't notice it until you in the element. So, thank you for sharing that because people need to understand when you're doing this, you studying it, there's different styles with different TV shows and just overall. So thank you for sharing
yeah,
that right.
my pleasure. Yeah, because when I did SWAT was totally different from YNR, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
your auditions are different. I mean, when I did NCIS New Orleans, I did this show called Zoo. So like those are procedurals, right? So, but Zoo was it wasn't really a procedural, it was a drama. But the pacing is different from SWAT, NCIS to Zoo. Zoo is a slower pace,
Yeah.
but everything procedural is fast. Chicago Fire is fast. Say your lines. We only got what 42 minutes, 42 minutes to get a whole story. Like 24 was a full hour, I believe, and
Yeah.
that was a full hour. And Kiefer said that he's like, they were like, well, would they ask him about doing a film? They said, do you think it's hard to go back to film since you've been doing TV? He said, I shoot pretty much half of a film weekly. He said 60 minutes. A film is what, 90 minutes or a little over 90, right? Now some of them are shorter. He's like, I can shoot a film faster now,
Mm.
So, but if you do, again, you do a drama, you do a single cam comedy is different from a multi-cam comedy. Totally different.
Yeah.
Your stakes are high, super high in a multi-cam comedy. Your stakes are through the roof on a procedural. Stakes being high meaning um, everything's a big deal. It's if you don't get this, you die. It's life or death. Period. There's no in between. Everything is like serious business.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of your stunt work as well, because recently the stunts are now receiving Oscars. So let's talk about one your stunt background and how do you feel about this stuntman or stunts being able to receive Oscars now?
I feel like it's been a long time coming. It's well needed because it's stunts help make not just action films, a lot of shows, commercials, films, everything. Stunts is everywhere. Dude, I was in the Super Bowl commercial 2 years ago, and they hired me. The audition, I'm diving and jumping. It's a football, it's an NFL commercial. I'm diving at the audition, jumping on. I'm talking about it's like 30 minutes of this. Dive over here, do this. In the commercial, the girl slides down the escalator, and I just gotta grab the bag. That's it. So something that small, you're like, this was it, right? Because, but it's a stunt, right?
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for it because a lot of there's so many films out there. You got you got Sinners, you got The Wicks, you got I mean even old school the Die Hards, you got um Extraction 1 and 2, Old Guard, all these films. You got the Japanese films, you got the Chinese films. Jackie Chan, who's one of my idols, right? Which I trained with them in Beijing a
Yeah.
couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? With his stunt team. And like they do things totally different over there. We'll talk about that in a second. But I'm grateful for it. Because it needs to be, we need to be recognized. We do. And it's a lot of work. It's not easy. It is scary. You're about to jump off of 40 to 70 feet in the air off a building. I mean, one of my favorite movies now is Fall Guy.
Mm.
See that
You
movie.
know what I mean? And so like David Leitch and them, they push the limits every time. All the movies they do, all the Wicks, the Fall Guy, and the not Nightmare Before Christmas. The damn, I forgot the name of it. Christmas movie, everything. You
Yeah.
know, bad, not Bad Santa. Damn, I forgot what it is. But anyway, the Atomic Blonde, which is a classic.
Yeah.
Done. Nobody. Now they got Nobody 2 coming out. All the Marvel films, the DC films. It's a lot of stuff out there. You know,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
not easy to get in to be a stunt performer. It's not easy to get in because
Mm-mm.
I didn't start really embracing it until about 5 years ago. I
Mm.
would it used to come to me easy years ago. I started my Sifu. I was doing kung fu, and my Sifu had a stunt team in like 2007. He's like, "Yo, you move good for a big dude. You should be a stunt in the stunt team." I'm like, "Yeah, I always want to be an action star. Let's do it."
Yeah.
But then you got your agents telling you, "We don't do too much. They see you as a stuntman. They're not going to see you as an actor." So I would back off from it. But the thing, jobs came, Roots, Keanu, jobs were just coming to me, thank God. And like my first big one, we did a lot of international stuff. My first big one was doubling Denzel in Safe House. I was doing like his all the billboards, it was a photography double.
Yeah.
But that was my first big job as soon as I got into it. Yeah.
Yeah. See, and that's I'm glad you said that too because it's like you said. I know the agencies say like we don't want you to go too far over here, but it was like I can't sit up there and if this says Denzel Washington right here, you can double him, bro. What?
Yeah.
I love y'all and I understand, but I'm going to learn and experience and be just to say I've worked alongside Denzel Washington, especially for us, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But
major. So congrats on that as well too.
appreciate it. But that was a thing. That was I kind of ran from it, honestly, because of that.
yeah.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I realized, like, no, I love doing it. I love stunts. I love action. I love acting, of course. But once I'd say, you know what, whatever's gonna happen, whatever God got for me is gonna happen regardless.
That's
It's
amazing.
gonna happen. But now, since stunts is in the Oscars, I was up for a role for a feature that's about to come out with Chris Pratt. Uh, the I got it. And it was a supporting role. because of stunts. They wanted you to have stunt experience, and it was a military thing, which tactical is a big part of my stunt career, and my acting and everything. But because I'm tactically trained, so yeah, it's now opening more doors.
And and see, that's why, and I'm glad you mentioned Extraction as well too, because somebody that does stunts, film directed that, and it's like not, I can't just bypass that. Chris Hemsworth, Extraction, action, stunt, like because like you said, you never know once you get that call, like, hey, this guy can't come on set, this person can't do this. I want Jamal Dennis right here in this spot, and he know what he's doing, and I know he can act. I'm gonna throw him a bone or something. So it's like I just can't pass that up, man. So hey, and you mentioned the Jackie Chan stunt team. Now, how was working alongside them and learning from them?
That was the best experience of my life so far to date. Best trip ever. Best trip ever. I'd been to Japan. I'd been to Japan and literally went to where the ninjas originated and trained. It was like a 5-hour train ride out of Tokyo. This still was better than that.
Oh.
Because Jackie Chan wasn't there. My bad. Seafood Jackie wasn't there, but he couldn't make it. He was filming. But to learn how they do things, they do it totally different from us. They think different. They work different. They work harder. The best, they literally say do or die. It's no like, oh, it's kind of, we're gonna do this stunt. It's kind of scary. We're gonna kind of modify it. Nah, we wrote this in there, and so you say you could do it, you're gonna do it. He jumped off of I think it was 3 stories, a 3-story or 4-story building. And he had to slow down with no pads, with no pit at the bottom. It was the pit is the one with the air, the air in it that we fall when we do high falls. He all he had was literally a clothing wire to slow down the fall. But he wrote it in the movie. He was like, I gotta do it. And also they shoot faster. They don't hurry up and wait. They just hurry up and go. So if it's us 3 on set and we shooting a movie, and let's say it's 5 of us, and I'm the lead, y'all both are, all 3 of us are acting, and it's the director and the DP. But let's say it's a full set. If they got to move a crane and the crane's broken down, they got to push it. We got to help. They don't care. They're not like, oh, you're the lead. You don't do nothing. No, everybody, everybody, come move this.
Everybody do their part.
Everybody got to play their part. We moving cameras. Everybody. I'm running my lines. So what? You should have known before you got here. Come on, we moving this.
That's humbling, though. That's humbling.
Yeah. That's how. That's so like they taught us that. They were like, yo, it's tough to film in the U.S. because we sitting there waiting, we're bored. Yeah. But they taught us, man. They taught us just so much. They'll come up with their fight scenes, and his compound is like a home. He's got apartments on it on one side. Like he's multiple buildings. It's huge. So, but they make it feel like home though, even the training space. So they got like these commercial grade coffee machines, and they got ovens. They get there, they cook, make coffee. They say that's what we do. We drink coffee in the morning. We sit here and we plan out our fight scenes. Don't do. And then we practice.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah, and they had directors. The directors came in, some other stunt performers, and they just told us how they do things. How the directors be in it with you most of the time. Or they figure out how to. We're not going to use the big camera because this truck is going to fall on top of it, right? So we'll use they use a GoPro in one movie just so the truck could fall, so it won't break everything. It's crazy. They showed us up. It was a blessing.
Yeah, that's what's up. Now, I have one more question for you. Going back to Sinners, you talked about how the experience was on set and everything already, working with Ryan Coogler, and knowing that how special it was while filming. Once the movie came out and you seen how it was received, how iconic it became, like what is that feeling like now to see that you were really a part of history? Because this is going to live on. This is one of those movies that's going to be talked about for years and years to come.
Mhm.
Yo, it's funny because, like I said, when he showed us playback, we knew it. But then, once you finish filming, you're like, all right, on to the next project, and you're hoping that this one turns out well. When we had like a premiere, and you're at the premiere, it was like a family reunion, first of all, and you realize you're watching this film. That's when it hit you, as y'all know. You like, we did it. We did it. Everybody did it. It's no flaws. It's no Starbucks cups in the back. In the shot. You feel me? Um, we all were like, I came in tears. My dad came with me. He was like, oh, I can't believe y'all did this. I was like, yeah, man. It was a team effort, and we shot most of that film in New Orleans. Some of the best cast and crew members were here. And they brought people in, but it was just a blessing.
Yeah,
It was a blessing.
man.
It still sometimes doesn't feel real.
Yeah, yeah, man. I think it's some people were saying that we overhype centers, but I'm like, nah, bro. You gotta look at it differently. Like this is history making. Like we know what state that the film industry, entertainment business is in. There's so many films that you get a chance to witness in theaters that give you goosebumps. Like, and shout out to Cheddar, who was also in the movie. And shout out to, we had Kentrell on here as well, too. I was watching, me and Kentrell wound up accidentally watching the film together in theaters. And we know that scene when it was just going through showing like the different eras of music and the fire and everything. And I'm talking because Contrell is also from yeah, Louisiana as well too. We both got goosebumps watching this film. And when I looked to the right, Contrell's like, bro, I got tears. Contrell had tears coming down, like experiencing it. And I was like, dude.
Yeah,
So thank
it's,
y'all.
yes, and it's one of those things. I had the luxury of seeing a pre-screening in January, where they were still trying to make some final edits, and I told James like when this comes out, y'all have I had to hold on to that because the NBA had to hold on to that for so long. Like this is y'all have to go see. I kept telling them every other week, like go see this when this comes out.
Yeah,
Because like now everybody caught up to what I was like, yo, you see now? That's what I was
yeah,
telling you. This film is amazing.
yeah. I'm glad they marketed it. They did so well with the marketing
Yeah.
because some people, the trailer was kind of like, it was a little ambiguous. You didn't know what was really going on. So a lot of people were like, oh, I don't do horror films. I don't do it. Look demonic. And I was like, it's not. Are you
Mm.
sure? I was like, it's vampires. They're like, really? And after, like, I think opening night, honestly, that's when people started like, go see it, go see it, go see it. And you see I'm watching, I'm online, I'm seeing the numbers shoot up. I'm seeing the numbers shoot up. So
Yeah, yeah,
you
man.
you know word is getting around. Word is getting around. And
Yeah.
yeah, man, even that scene with the music, I didn't see that scene shot. We were in stunt rehearsal.
Right.
So we heard the DJ making the music for like 2 weeks. He was like we were on another soundstage next door when they were filming some other interiors. So I'm like, what is this dude doing over there, right? I'm like, what is this? What is happening? They're like, they're supposed to be in the film. And none of us knew what, because that wasn't what we wasn't in that scene, so we weren't really concerned about it. And when we saw it, same. I was like, dang, like this
Yeah.
genius,
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah, man. To be a part of history, bro. I was that close. I was like, but hey, it's. I'm happy to see my people. Cause I saw the email and what they called it grilled cheese, and I was trying to get in there, but I couldn't get in there, and I wish somebody would have answered the email. But it's beautiful to see people that you know of, and just see our people all as one to be a part of that, which is beautiful. So
Yeah,
y'all part of history, bro.
yeah.
So
You got one
I,
coming. You
I,
got. It's plenty more. It's plenty more coming.
oh,
Yeah,
it's
Plenty more. We all gonna be
there,
in. And we're gonna be in something together.
yeah,
oh, most
We're gonna make
definitely,
history
most definitely,
together.
yeah,
yes,
bro.
yes.
For real.
Mm.
So before we let you go, do you have any gem that for anybody that's looking to get into the industry, maybe they're in the industry, that just a word of advice, a gem that they can take with them from this interview?
Um, never quit. If it's constantly tugging at you, and if you get that feeling every morning that I want to act, I want to write, I want to direct, I want to be do hair and makeup, stunts or whatever on set, don't listen to nobody. That's your destiny tugging at you. That's the destiny God put in you. Because I kept trying to do other stuff and nothing else ever worked. I'm like, why is this not working? Why is that not working? I read T.D. Jakes' book, Destiny. And when I took a break, I was living in Dallas working a corporate job. And I felt like another number. And I had this feature film I did with Ryan Reynolds just came out, NCIS and something else. And people in my office I didn't tell anyone I was acting. But people in my office started seeing me on TV. And they're like, you an actor? Why are you here with us? Why are you here? You've been on TV, dude. I was like, man. And at the time, I was just like, man, no. And they were like, you need to go back to Hollywood. You don't belong here with us. And I felt it, and then I was getting confirmation. Don't ever quit. Do what you got to do to make your money. But if somebody's speaking death over your dream, get them out of your life. Anybody that's giving you negative feedback, get them out of your life. Of course, if it's an acting coach or a mentor or somebody that's telling you right, that's different. Discern the difference. Pray every morning, because it's a lot of devils in Hollywood.
Mm.
You got to be covered, and never just always be perfecting your craft. Take it serious. When you get on set, be early. Don't just know your lines, know your characters. Know where your character's going, know where they came from. Yeah, know your character backwards and forwards.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Man, bro, I know it's so many stories you can share, but we definitely have to come on again.
Yeah,
Um, man, thank you for sharing all that plus more with us today, man. Tell everybody where we can follow you at.
you can find me on shoot. I gotta remember now. You can find me on Instagram, the Jamal Dennis, TheeJamalDennis. You can find me on TikTok. I think it's Jamal Dennis 07. Yeah, Facebook is Jamal Dennis. Am I forgetting one? I think that's it. And you can find me on the screen near you. I
There you have it.
got a couple other projects coming out. A few actually. Thank the Lord. So I just did one with Kevin Hart. So yeah, some
Oh
stuff
man,
coming out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
blessings,
yeah.
blessings on top of blessings, man. I'm proud of you, bro. Man, keep grinding, keep shining, and many blessings to you and your family, bro. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, Jamal Dennis. Y'all see him on the screen again very soon. Trust me.
Yes, appreciate y'all, brothers. Thank you.